Tonight, another MAGA rally in Duluth. We're breaking down the president's son's visit to the Northland.
But not everybody was happy with the visit. Why a small group of protesters say the president's son and message aren't welcome in Duluth.
Plus, protests on the range. A group is speaking out after several Iron Range mayors endorsed the president's re-election bid.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, another surrogate for the Trump campaign made a stop in Duluth.
This time, it was President Donald Trump's son who headlined a Make America Great Again rally at the deck. Donald Trump Jr. spoke at the deck in front of a crowd of about 250 people. He said he believes President Trump can turn Minnesota red this November, saying some of the areas in our region were traditionally DFL strongholds, but he claims they're not anymore. Following the campaign rally, we had a few minutes with Donald Trump Jr. We spoke about industry, union endorsements, Social Security, and more. While he didn't have a lot to say on policy, he had plenty to say about the Trump administration and its push to win the votes of Minnesotans. Right off the bat today, you pointed out some steel workers that were in the crowd. The steel industry took a big hit during the pandemic. Now, most of the Iron Range mines are back online and operational, but thousands of people were laid off. There's still one mine that's shut down indefinitely. It's a U.S. steel mine, and there's a lot of concern. What is the Trump administration doing to support the steel industry? Because we've seen massive revenue losses the last 2 quarters.
And we have. Some of these shutdowns, I mean, things can be done safely. I think we've seen and noticed, the lockdowns. Look at, what's going on in some countries in Scandinavia, right? The lockdowns haven't seemed to actually change anything. Doesn't mean we can't practice best practices like we're doing right now, right? We're a lot further apart than most interviews I've ever done, and that's fine. You can do that in business. The reality is this, and it goes much bigger than that. The reality is, look at what Donald Trump has done for American business, for American manufacturing, and compare that to Joe Biden's 50 years in Washington, D.C. Joe Biden supported TPP. He supported NAFTA, and he pushed aggressively for China's permanent status in the World Trade Organization.
I recently spoke to the United Steelworkers about their endorsement because they were getting feedback from their members saying that they personally were more in support of President Trump. Now, President Trump, his viewpoints on unions and workers' rights is the reason behind why they're saying they endorsed Joe Biden. They pointed out a few things with the National Labor Relations Board, in particular, COVID safety protocols within unions.
Fair enough. We all understand how unions have worked for decades in this country, right? It's not that they're looking at policy. They support Democrats. That's what they do, okay? Rank and file, same thing in 16. Overwhelming majority went with us. And it's not just steelworkers, it's Teamsters, it's everything in between. Guys, in all fairness, who's done more with union work than Donald Trump?
Is Social Security a priority and maintaining it a priority for President Trump?
Of course it is. I mean, that's the reality. And by the way, you know what bolsters Social Security? A strong economy. Donald Trump built the strongest economy America has ever known. He did that with common sense policy. He did that because, unlike most of our politicians, he's actually signed the front of a paycheck, not just the back. He's built businesses. He understands efficiencies. He understands what regulations do to destroy businesses put in by government bureaucrats like Joe Biden, who've been there for centuries, that don't understand how these things work in the real world, but they can talk about it. So the best thing for Social Security would be let a builder build back America, build back that economy, and make sure that that rising tide floats all ships.
What would you say to those minority communities who feel that they're not being heard in their struggles following the death of George Floyd and multiple others?
We all recognize that what happened to George Floyd should never happen. That doesn't mean you burn down inner cities. That doesn't mean you stop this. That doesn't mean you defund the police. If anything, it means you give them more funding.
Now, before Don Jr.'s visit to Duluth, Minnesota's DFL party held a virtual meeting criticizing the Trump administration. Party members included State Representative Liz Olson, St. Louis County Commissioner Keith Musolf, and former 8th District Congressman Rick Nolan. They talked about how the federal coronavirus response has forced businesses to let go of workers, including Essentia and the Verso paper mill. Local representatives believe these recent visits from the Trump campaign are meant to distract from the real issues.
It's an attempt to divide us. It's an attempt to distract. It's an attempt to take away from everything that we know Minnesotans care about.
The Trump administration, and it's a prime example today with Donald Jr. being in town, if they're professional at something, they're professional at distracting.
Along with the Biden-Harris ticket, DFL leaders pushed for the re-election of Minnesota Senator Tina Smith.
And with all of that said, it's fair to say Trump Jr.'s visit to Duluth today wasn't welcomed by everyone as a small group came out to protest. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares the message they want people to hear.
While a member of the Trump family spoke in Canal Park, downtown a group of protesters gathered, making their voices heard.
We are a united people, and nothing has come out of this administration except for divisiveness and separation, and that's unacceptable.
Activist Aaron Ressler says instead of dividing people, they're working to show the accomplishments of the labor movement.
We're a tired group of people, but you can see that we're out here and we're responding to what's being said, and that's important.
Minnesota's DFL party held a virtual meeting Wednesday criticizing the Trump administration. State Representative Liz Olson says Trump Jr.'s visit is an effort to distract from real issues.
I hope it's a waste of their time to come here and spread their divisive narrative amongst a group of people that really aren't buying it. I think, it's an attempt to divide us.
Both DFL leaders and Duluth protesters like Ressler say the message is simple for people hoping for change in November.
Yeah, get out and vote November 3rd. That's the best thing you can do. Vote early, request your absentee ballot, vote by mail.
So far, nobody from the Biden campaign has visited the Northland. However, Dr. Jill Biden was in Minneapolis today on her back-to-school tour. And Dave's here for our first look at the weather tonight. Dave, I had to turn on the heat in the car and grab a jacket on my way out the door.
Yeah, I'm on my 3-dog night tour here tonight.
Okay.
Telling people to keep warm.
Yeah.
Whether you bundle up or, dare I say, turn the furnace up a little bit. It's a little early for that, but with temperatures as cool as they are, you've really felt like you've had to. And then the weather on top of us here has been on the cloudier side, a little bit gloomy as well. Here's a picture from good old friend from Proctor, Aaron DeBasil. He caught those 4 F-16s from the 148th out drilling. So even if the sky is gray, they can still provide top cover for whatever we need here in the area. And you can see the sun starting to peek through. So that means we're going to chase away the clouds as that cold high pressure continues to push towards our region. That should chase away the showers folks in Wisconsin and Michigan saw earlier today and set us up again for more freeze and frost alerts by tomorrow morning. But that should be the last time for about a week. Day planner for Thursday says it will be in the 30s, even 20s out the door in the morning. But then in the afternoon with sunshine, we get towards 63, which is only 4 or 5 degrees cooler than normal. And we'll get to normal in a couple more days and even warmer than normal, maybe only for one day. I'll show you which day that's going to be coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. 2 weeks ago, we reported on 6 Northeast Minnesota mayors announcing support for President Trump's re-election bid.
But today in Chisholm, a group got together to say their mayor doesn't speak for them. CBS3's Natalie Grant was at the rally and heard from some impassioned Iron Rangers.
People on the Iron Range rallied Wednesday, following mayors of Chisholm, Virginia, Two Harbors, Babbitt, Hoyt Lakes, and Eveleth announcing joint support for President Trump.
I think it's crucial. I think we have to get involved.
Gary Scalco, Mountain Irons mayor, spoke at the rally, saying not all range mayors feel that way, and that such endorsement could send the wrong message.
I think when you group together and like they did, and more or less, it looks like you're speaking for the entire towns that they live in. I think it's a scary subject that you have to look at really closely.
People at the rally also called for an investigation by the St. Louis County Attorney to see if these mayors broke any laws by making such an endorsement. They also announced a recall petition aimed at removing Chisholm Mayor Ciampa. Speakers included Democratic 8th District congressional candidate Quinn Nystrom.
They wanted to make sure that their voices were heard and counted, and to say that we have, there's a spectrum of different beliefs.
Nystrom saying that there's a reason the range has been historically blue.
They feel very strongly about being pro-union, pro-public education, pro-health care, pro-veterans, and they want to make sure that their voices are heard.
The Chisholm City Council passed a referendum tonight reaffirming the city as neutral despite the mayor's endorsement. We did reach out to Mayor Ciampa for a comment. He was not available.
The BWCA is gaining worldwide recognition for being dark. In fact, it's now a certified International Dark Sky Sanctuary. It's the first in the state, and it's one of only 13 in the entire world. A dark sky sanctuary is a place that has an exceptional or distinguished quality of starry nights and a nocturnal environment. There are 6 in the U.S. According to a 2016 National Geographic article, 80% of Americans cannot view the Milky Way anymore due to light pollution.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a major Northland event has found a way around COVID-19 this year. Stay tuned to see how Bentleyville will take place this season.
All right, here's the almanac for today. It was cooler than normal with a high of only 54. We'll get close to the normal of 68 tomorrow, and perhaps by Tuesday, back into the 70s. Will it last beyond Tuesday? I'll show you the 7-day coming up in just a few more minutes.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
Numi Jewelers is a full-service jewelry store specializing in one-of-a-kind pieces and repairs. From a chain repair to a full custom piece, we'll get your jewelry looking new again. Stop in for a free repair estimate. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for
sure. Right now, you can get $2,000 customer cash on a stylish new 2020 Toyota Camry or Camry Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, fries, and a slice of pie. And always served safely. Whether you dine in, order online, or get it to go. Order now at perkinstogo.com.
I have been working to lower prescription drug prices since my first day in the Senate. And when Congress passed into law my bill to lower the price of insulin by making generics more available, progress finally. Now I'm working on a plan to manufacture drugs in America and build a supply chain so we're not relying on other countries for the medicine we need. I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message because I'll work with anyone and do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Lawless criminals terrorize Minneapolis. Joe Biden takes a knee. The weak response from Biden and radicals like Ilhan Omar has led to chaos and violence. And their calls for defunding police would make it worse. President Trump is making it stop, making crucial federal resources available to protect Minnesota's families. Communities, not criminals. Jobs, not mobs. Strong leadership when America needs it most.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Tonight, we're taking another trip to the cold side. Our entire region is covered by either a freeze warning or a frost advisory. The freeze warning will run from the northern parts of Lake County down here to the head of the lakes and down through even Pine County in Minnesota, then Burnett and Douglas in Wisconsin. The rest of us on either side and along the North Shore face a frost advisory. So the bottom line for gardeners is it's been a rough couple of days, but by tomorrow afternoon, a warming trend begins. So this should be the last of the real cold stuff. Maybe for a week. No promises for day 8 right now, but for the next 7, it's going to get warmer. Right now, it's going to get cooler at the airport. The current temp is 41. We could fall towards 35. Air relative humidity is 89%, and a westerly wind's going 6 miles per hour with an air pressure reading still on the high side, 1,032 millibars. Now, taking a look at the current temperatures, Watersmeet was our hotspot this morning in the lower 40s. Tonight, I think they may dip into the 30s like everybody else, and Ironwood's already leading that charge. Ashland's at 37, Hayward 35, still 40 in Superior for the time being, but that number could go down indeed towards 32, 35 degrees, 37 Moose Lake, still low 40s up north in the Vermilion Range, but 30s have already fallen upon Hibbing and Chisholm, 35 International Falls, and again, bottom line, the Arrowhead, especially low-lying areas, could get into the 20s like they did this morning. But, like I mentioned, it should be the last morning that happens, at least for the next week. Doppler map right now shows the higher pressure going a long way now and clearing our sky and pushing away the clouds associated with that Colorado low that brought snow to folks there the past couple of days. A foot of snow for some towns. Well, it's clearing and it's cooling, and that's why now tonight the Upper Peninsula is facing an advisory for frost, even though they were off the hook last night. Well, how long are we going to be on the hook for the cold? I think tomorrow morning will be the coldest of the bunch, perhaps, but then the higher pressure, double-edged sword, it lets in extra sunshine in the afternoon, which heats things up, and we go back into the 60s for Thursday and Friday. Saturday, slightly cooler from cloud cover as that Colorado low makes its way towards us. Saturday gets an 80% chance for rain, which in turn gives way towards a drier sky coming in as early as Sunday. So the weekend ahead will not be a complete washout. And again, the trend for temperatures will be to slowly increase each and every day till about Tuesday. Tonight, decreasing will be the trend. Low temps in Minnesota, 30s inland, maybe 40 by the lake, clear and cool. Clearing and cool for Wisconsin and Michigan with low temps there, 30 to 35, perhaps a hair warmer by the lake. But tomorrow afternoon, Wisconsin, Michigan, partly cloudy sky, high from 60 to 65. And into Minnesota, about 60 to 65 inland, 59 or so by the lake. Normal is 68, so we're getting closer. And we nudge closer. Friday was 66. Saturday's a slight step back with that rain chance, but then back into the 60s Sunday. Sunshine Monday and Tuesday, and there it is in all its splendor, all its glory. 73 degrees on Tuesday, Tony, and Kristen as well. That in turn gives way towards slightly cooler conditions as early as next Wednesday.
Yeah, that'll be nice because today certainly reaffirmed that I am not quite ready for fall. I could use a couple more days of 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the blood's not quite thick enough
Not yet. Nope. Thanks, Dave. A major change is coming to a legendary Twin Ports event, the Bentleyville Tour of Lights this year. You'll need your car.
CBS3's Emma Quinn shares how organizers are keeping COVID-19 in mind while keeping traditions alive.
For 17 years, the Bentleyville Holiday Light Display has been a walking tour through Duluth's Bayfront Festival Park. But this year brought a big challenge.
COVID-19 has provided lots of opportunities to work the problem.
A problem Bentleyville organizers weren't letting stop this year's festivities.
We made the decision of the Bentleyville board to offer something rather than nothing at all. The first ever Bentleyville drive-through.
Plywood mats will be placed all over Bayfront Park to ensure the grounds are safe and drivable. It'll cost the team between $25,000 and $30,000 to build.
We've worked with city engineering, State of Minnesota Department of Transportation, Parks and Rec, city administration. This is actually the fourth plan that we settled on.
With thousands typically attending the event each night, traffic in the area is already a concern most years. Organizers say they've been working on a plan to help move cars through smoothly.
All traffic from the freeway and the downtown will be directed into the deck parking lot, making their way into Bayfront Park.
One other large change coming is all cars will be charged a $10 admission to make up for lost finances from sponsors and donations. In past years, Bentleyville was free. But some things won't be changing.
We're still going to collect food and toys for the Salvation Army, as this year is probably more important than ever.
City leaders say they're happy to help keep the tradition alive during uncertain times.
Some of the tradition that people have really come to rely on with their families, getting out for a night, getting to see some lights. It is magical, it is really fun, and we still get to provide that experience.
Officials are hoping the drive-through event will be one time only, and next year they can go back to being free for everyone.
Bentley says they're still considering whether you'll have to make a reservation to drive through Bentleyville. They're also working on how to accommodate people without access to transportation. Bentleyville is set to run from November 21st through December 27th.
The Duluth City Council is set to take another step in helping Spirit Mountain move forward. At their next meeting, the council could vote to approve a partnership with SE Group. The company works with ski hills around the country. They'll make recommendations to the Spirit Mountain Task Force, helping shape the recreation area's financial future. They would also do an economic impact analysis to determine what Spirit Mountains contributes to the local economy. The task force can adopt the ideas and present them to the City Council for approval.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, fires have been burning across the western states. We have the latest details coming up.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another night worrying about your investments, get a second opinion on your investment strategy today. Let us show you how a professionally designed investment strategy that's aligned with your goals can help you sleep well at night. Go to MPPLfinancial.com to get our investment review checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 investment.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive. What's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Families are reeling right now, enduring illness, losing their employers' plans in droves. They need lifelines now. My plan lowers healthcare costs, gets us universal coverage quickly when Americans desperately need it. This is my promise to you. When I'm president, I will take care of your healthcare coverage and your family the same way I would my own. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
We are making progress in downtown Duluth. Lake Avenue has now reopened to traffic. Plus, Season 3 of Superior Street reconstruction is moving right along with an expected completion this fall. In these uncertain times, it's more important than ever to support our small, locally owned businesses, especially those in our construction zone. Whether it's a takeout meal or dining in, retail purchase or gift cards, they all make an impact in our community. Check out our progress and show your love for downtown Duluth small businesses.
So, you made it all the way up to the North Pole?
Yep, and the South. But I need good Medicare coverage so I can keep exploring.
Well, we have a range of Medicare Advantage plans, some including dental, vision, prescription, and travel benefits.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can give us a call.
Sounds good.
Well, our stop is just up ahead.
So that was the shortest ride I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, quarantine legs. Gotta work those muscles back up.
Up to 60% off on summer clothing and footwear from the North Face in Columbia at Northwest Outlet.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Train Wreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station. 95 KQDS.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Nearly 100 major fires are burning western states tonight.
Several communities have been all but destroyed. Others are being evacuated ahead of the flames' arrival. The Alameda fire reached Talent, Oregon on Wednesday morning. The flames forced evacuations throughout the area. Oregon declared a state of emergency with 35 major fires spread over 300,000 acres. Governor Kate Brown said the damage is unprecedented, and gusting winds have pushed fires across the state and forced firefighting planes and helicopters to stay on the ground. In San Francisco and elsewhere, smoke and ash filled the air, at times blocking out much of the sunlight.
Coming up in sports, high school football is back in the state of Wisconsin. Kelly has the details after the break.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Today we say so long summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel apple pie, and more delicious fall flavors than ever. Right now on the new DQ Fall Blizzard menu.
If you're craving fall, you can find it at DQ. Happy tastes good.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Attention women with ovarian cancer. Do you use talcum powder after showering? And did you know that talcum powder may increase your risk of ovarian cancer? If you are one of these thousands of women, call us now. You may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Time is running out, so make the call. Women with ovarian cancer. If you use talcum powder, please call now.
I don't really want you anymore, and what you told me isn't how it truly is. Plus, my life has changed, and I don't know what to do.
Attention Duluth area. Do you feel you should break up with your timeshare? Join us and other owners for a free seminar in the Duluth area Wednesday, September 16th. This seminar will cover how the timeshare industry has been and will be impacted by our current situation. Attendees will also learn how our accredited contract cancellation firm can legally help. To reserve a seat, call 989-BREAKUP today.
I was diagnosed with diabetes at 13, so I got to work. I'm Quinn Nystrom, and I became a national advocate. Went door to door in Brainerd, then St. Paul. Went up to Canada to bring back insulin for a fraction of what drug companies charge here. But Pete Stauber went to Washington and voted against making healthcare and prescription drugs more affordable. I approve this message because Minnesota can't afford Pete Stauber in Congress.
DBS, your all things basement-y company. Does your home have uneven or sloping floors? How about cracked drywall, stair-stepping cracks, or bowed basement walls? You may have a problem with your foundation. Call the specialists at DBS. They thoroughly inspect your property and provide a permanent solution to your foundation problem. We offer a fully transferable warranty, unmatched in our area. Contact DBS, your all things basement-y company, for a free, no-obligation estimate. Call or visit us online. DBS, helping your family have a healthy, safe, and comfortable home.
Got a tough job to tackle? New Holland has a full line of tractors to make sure you're ready to meet any challenge. From compact tractors and attachments to tractors ready to work on the farm, New Holland has the products and know-how to make sure you get the job done right the first time. With over 100 years of experience providing tractors for the home, farm, and everything in between, we have the solution to meet your demands. New Holland.
Serves you better than Lulich Implement.
Following approvals by the WIAA and school administration, the Northwestern football team was given the green light to start their 2020 season. CBS3's Ryan Campo explains the Tigers will once again have a chance to make school history.
Following a long wait, the Northwestern Tigers were finally able to kick off their 2020 football season.
With the doubt we had and the fear of losing this, I think it brought a little more appreciation. So we've got a strong group, and they're, I think, very thankful to be back.
But unlike most years, preparation will be much shorter, meaning the practice time they do get means that much more.
We lost half of our practice time just because, it's not August anymore. We don't have them here for 4 hours. We're here for 2. So, and with the same number of days. So every minute counts, and we have to be precise.
With the season only 7 games and the playoffs still up in the air, the focus is on one goal for the Tigers.
It means a lot trying to get back out here, working towards our goal, win conference, go back to back to back. But it just means a lot to all of us being out here.
A three-peat for the Tigers in the Hardo North Conference would be the first in school history.
It means a lot to us. I mean, I've been playing with a lot of these guys since I was in 5th grade.
That'll be monumental for our program, and that's what we're looking for here at Northwestern.
And following a season of 17 seniors graduating, players will have to step up for the Tigers.
We have a lot of experience back on our line. We're probably a bigger line than last year, with a lot of depth there. But we are definitely green in some of our skill spots. Not necessarily age-wise, but certainly as far as experience-wise.
As for when the first whistle blows on the season, nerves will have to be calmed for those younger players.
I feel like a lot of guys are going to be really excited. We have a lot of younger guys that are going to have to get over the nerves of playing, but I feel like they'll be able to do it.
Right now.
Northwestern's opens up their season on September 25th. Grandma's Marathon was in its 44th year of existence as one of the many events to fall as a casualty due to COVID-19. That didn't stop Grandma's from organizing a number of races that could be run over the course of the summer safely. Well, now they're looking to next year. This upcoming race for Grandma's will be the 45th anniversary for the race, with a new logo and new safety measures to be followed. The organization is opening up registration next month at half capacity. That is with the notion that if things either improve or get worse when it comes to COVID, things could ultimately change. Registration opens up with early bird pricing on October 1st. Both Grandma's Full and the Gary Bjorklund Half Marathon will be limited to half capacity at 4,000 runners. The William A. Irvin 5K will be limited to 1,500 runners. There is no doubt that this is a challenging time for athletes. Those that are playing are having to adapt to new restrictions, and those that aren't are having to figure out life without the sport they've known. The College of St. Scholastica is launching a new initiative to assist their student athletes. CSS announced the launch of their new student athlete development program today. The program aims to support the effort of every student athlete towards intellectual development, graduation, and preparation for life after college, focusing on wellness, personal development, academics, as well as social justice, diversity, and inclusion initiatives. Two baseball Brewers facing Detroit for Game 2 of a doubleheader last night, losing 8-3. Could they change it tonight? They've dropped 3 in a row, but that changes today. The bats come alive as Luis Urias gets things starting in the second, shoots one into the gap. Arcia is in. It's 1-0 Crew. Then in the fourth, Jacob Nottingham goes yard for 2 more. All of a sudden, it's 8-0. This game ended with a football line in the score column. Urias clears the bases with another double. Brewers win it 19-0. I get him confused with Luis Ariz of the Twins all the time. Too much. My apologies. They win 19-0. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Have our certified nurse midwives provide personal one-on-one support and guidance for your next pregnancy. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.99% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 2 for 1 low price and free shipping. That's right, get 2 for 1 low price plus free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part. Sponsored by Minnesota Department of Health. Aired in cooperation with the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Let's face it, it's been a tough year. But here in Minnesota, we're pretty tough too. We help each other, we work together, and we solve problems. That's what I try to do every day as your congressman. Like helping to save pensions for our union workers, standing with snowplow drivers during their strike, and fighting to lower health care costs for seniors and our most vulnerable. I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message because together we're fighting for our way of life.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, your fall fashion headquarters with new arrivals daily. Downtown Duluth.
Dave, Any warm-up coming anytime soon?
Well, yes, tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Your
but
wish is
tomorrow
granted.
morning when folks get up, it's going to be in the 20s and 30s again with freeze advisories and frost warnings, or vice versa, frost advisories and freeze warnings for everybody in the region. But then high pressure and sunshine combine to push high temps back into the 60s. Friday morning will be in the 40s rather than the 30s. Saturday is a little bit cooler at 62, but we'll get an 80% rain chance there that, you know, we're still facing some drought-like conditions around here. We could use the rain. It goes away by Sunday, so the weekend isn't completely shot. And then Monday and Tuesday, sunshine at 65 to 73 degrees.
I know
I
we're
can
both.
handle that.
I was going to say, we both like a little warm-up.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again tomorrow night.